Oh hey, how are you? I'm doing good. Oh, you're having a baby shower. Oh, that is so lovely. Oh yes? Oh yeah, so you want Daniel to bake you something up good too? Perfect. No. No, so when is this thing anyway? This weekend? Really? It's like Wednesday. Oh no, not a problem. You want one of my homemade crochet items? Oh, I'm sure I have something here. Oh, absolutely, not a problem. You know what? I live to crochet. Seriously. Yeah, I'm sure I have something here. Yeah, let me just go through my stash, and I'll see what I can dig up. Okay. Well, we'll see you later then. Okay, we'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye. She needs a Valium, honey. Saturday, a baby shower. She wants something that I have made. This calls for desperate times. I'm going to have to go through my stash, which I know I don't have, but I know that I can whip up an Afghan in about 2 days. Seriously, I can. Whatever. And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. Today I'm about to show you an Afghan that I did in 2 days. I know, 2 days. I could have did this in 1 day, but you know there's a damn thing that gets in the way, and it's called work. And I swear to God, if I had a day of just relaxing in the afternoon and a light evening, I would have been able to get this bad boy done. This here is called the Cross Stitch. And I learned how to do this in a pattern at redheart.com, and I loved it. And you can actually see that there's a cross stitching actually going on, and I'll have better photos here when this is running as well. Let me tell you a little bit about my Afghan. There's only 6 balls of the Red Heart Light and Lofty with this thing, so that's all you need. And I found that at Walmart, so it's very easy to find. I use the size N crochet hook, which is a 10mm crochet hook for those that are Canadian or European. And this thing whips up like a dream. The total inches across were 50 inches, and it was 56 inches high, so it's a really nice throw. I just needed something for my living room. I got a lot of beige going on, and I thought, you know, this is actually a really great idea. Really kind of spacious, light, because it's very airy. It just doesn't feel like you're being sucked down by all this fabric or yarn at the end of your project. Some blankets can be very heavy. This is not one of them. So, for those that want me to get more technical with this, this here is operating in groups of 3, and the tutorial I'm about to show you is going to demonstrate that. If you want to duplicate exactly what you see here, there is 24 stitches of 3. What that means is that when you're chaining, you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so there's a total of 24 sets of 3. So in actual fact, you can 3 times 24, which gives you 72 stitches, but then I want you to add 3 extra on the end. So when you're doing, so it'll be a total of 75 inches going across, and when you do your first double crochet to do the line going back across, you will do 3rd from the hook on the very first time to be able to establish your pattern, and everything is working in groups of 3. And once you get beyond into the cross stitching itself, it is really quite magnificent. You don't have to use this yarn. You can use any yarn that you wish. Really light, really airy, and I swear to God, like seriously, you have, when you complete 1 row, look at the distance. It's all of this. So it's only like there's only 27 rows on this whole thing, and that's what makes it grow really quickly. So without further ado, let's get on with the 2-day Afghan that I swear to God I could have did in 1 day if I would have had more time. And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I love to show you a new stitch that I just learned, and this is called the Cross Stitch, okay? And what it is between here and here is 1 row of crochet. I know what you're thinking, holy smokes. And so this was in a pattern, and I really had a hard time understanding the directions to do it. But once I got it, it is absolutely amazing. I'm going to be doing a whole Afghan using this stitch, and I want to show you how to do that next. To begin this pattern, I'm just using a 4-ply worsted yarn. This is the Red Heart Tweed yarn, and I'm using a 6.0mm crochet hook, or a size J. And now the secret to this pattern is that you have to keep your chains in sets of 3. So let's begin. So 1, 2, 3. Is it big enough? Yes or no? If not, continue. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So as soon as you do this, or you have an Afghan and you get it as long as you want, you can stop. Okay, so let's begin, and I'm going to chain up, and I'm going to begin doing the foundation row to get this started. So I'm just going to do double crochet, so I'm going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and right where I was pinching down here is my first double crochet, and I'm going to double crochet myself all the way back across this line, and this will help me give a nice foundation. When I was doing the motif that I showed in the very beginning of this video, you will have noticed that there was already double crochet underneath it. So this just allows you to have a really nice edge before you begin your crisscross stitching, or your cross stitch I should say. Before we begin the cross stitch going back in the other direction, I want to show you something here. These are the crisscross, so this is all happening at one particular row. So in it, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be starting down from the top, and we're going to be coming to the bottom. So this is the first one that is going to be completed, then we complete this one, then this one, and then we just come over and do this. So no matter which one you're looking at, we're always completing in this order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just remember that as we're working along. And it's the beginning one that is a little bit confusing, but I'm going to show you how to make that very simple so that you can follow along to do your Afghan. So we have everything completed, and we're ready now to begin the cross stitch. So how we always start off is like this. We want to chain up 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I want you now just to, you can either visually divide it or you can count it, it's up to you, and I'm going to visually divide it into half, right at the half point. Okay, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's at the fourth, obviously if there's 8. So I want you to wrap, and I'm going to hold this piece down with my fingers to prevent it from spinning around. So I'm going to wrap and go through the fourth. I'm going to grab the yarn and pull it through. So now we have 3 loops onto our hook. So now I'm going to just repinch, so I'm just moving my hand so none of this will rotate loosely around the hook. I want to grab the yarn, so yarn over, and I want to skip 2 stitches down on this. So 1, 2, go to the third. So I've already wrapped, going in, and I'm going to pull through. You have 5 loops on your crochet hook, so now I just want you to wrap and pull through 2, and continue to do that until you end up with 1 loop left. So wrap through 2, wrap through 2, wrap through 2, and wrap through 2, and that was a total of 4 times, and that is your very first crisscross for your edging. So let's begin, and the next step is what you're going to do all the way across. So let's begin. We're just going to wrap and wrap and wrap 3 times. So you have 4 loops on your hook before you go in, and you want to go in where the other one is already there. Okay, so just think of it like a crisscross, that you want all the crisscrossing to match each other. So wrap and pull through, and I want you to go through 2 sets only. So wrap and through 2, wrap and through 2, and hold, so that there's 3 loops left on your hook. I want you to wrap again, and I want you to skip over. So this is the very first section of the X of the cross. Okay, this is the very first one. We're going to create the second one now, and we're just going to wrap. We're skipping over 2, going to the third, and pull through 2, pull through, and now pull through all of them just like we did already before. So we'll just pull through 2, 2. So you see that the second X has just been formed. Pull through 2 and 2, and now you have the top right hand side of the X. So now we're just missing this side. To do that side, we just chain 2 and then immediately double crochet back into the center of this X, and that completes that. So watch as I do it again. So we're going to wrap 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to come down where the other one already is coming out of, and we're going to pull through. We're going to only pull through 2 sets only. So pull through 2 and 2. Okay, so the first side of the X is already on the bottom is done. So we're going to wrap. We're going to skip over to the third one. Okay, and we're going to pull through, and so now we're going to pull through all those sets. Okay, so pull through 2, 2, 2, and 2, which is a total of 4 times, and now we chain 2, because now we just have to do the final side, and we double crochet immediately into this middle space there. and that begins that. So now you're on the other side completely, so watch what we do. So we're just going to do it as normal, so it's only the starting where you have to do that special stitch like I've already showed you. So we're going to wrap, wrap, and wrap, going into where the other one already is, pull through 2 and 2, total twice, wrap, we're going to come onto the edge because it's the last stitch, and now we're going to pull through all of the groups. So 2, 2, 2, 2. When I'm by myself I count 1, 2, 3, 4 to make sure I got it right, and now I'm going to chain 2 as I secure the last X on there, and that would complete it. So let's just turn this project and do one more row across so you got it, and you can see how magnificent this is. I really do like this. So we're going to begin going back across the other side, and we're going to do it exactly like we did it already before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can probably count to the fourth one up if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just gonna pinch it down by finger, wrap, going into that spot, and then grab the yarn and pull through. Now I'm gonna just pinch all 3 together, and now I'm gonna wrap. Okay, and I'm gonna immediately skip over now. So I'm gonna go immediately into this big whack and space right in the middle. Okay, so I was going into stitches when I was on the double crochet, but now that I'm doing 2 on top of each other, I want to keep these spaces so that it looks consistent. And so basically I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 like I did before, and that is your side edge. So let me point that out again to you. So we're going to begin again, and we're going to wrap and wrap and wrap, total 3 times, and we're going to come immediately into this big gap where the other one was. We're just going to come underneath, just come through. So now we have 5 loops on our hook. We only want to pull through the first 2 only, so the first 2 sets. So 1 and 2. And now I want to rewrap again, and I want to come into this gap that is on the other side of the X and pull through like that. And now we're going to do what we did before, where you're going to pull through all 2 sets 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now we got to complete. So we got this side of the X, this side, this side. We just need the last one. So 1 and 2 for chain, and then double crochet right into the center. Okay, you see that there, right into the center. Okay, so let's show it again. So I've just got 2 more to go, and then I'll let you go for the day. So we're going to wrap and wrap and wrap 3 times. Kind of come to this big gap, and we're going to pull through, and we're only going to pull through 2 sets. We're going to wrap, go into the next big gap over on this side. Okay, pull through all of the sets by 2s. So you got a total of 4 times, and now chain 2 and come back into the center to finish it off. Now this is your very final edge, and this is what I want to pay attention. This is why I want an extra row. So we're going to wrap, wrap, and wrap, going in to where the other one is already there, going through 2 sets only, wrap. Now this time there's no gap on the other side, so I just want you to immediately just pull it out like this and look and put it right into a stitch that looks equal to what you're already doing, and then pull through 2, 2, 2, 2, total of 4 times, and then 1 and 2, and then immediately into the center. And that would be how you would complete a line going forward. So you'll end up with it looking exactly like this at the end of your project. Okay, so if you're working on an entire Afghan and you wanted to finish it, remember how we started off with the double crochet? Well, we're going to do that as well at the end. And basically we're just going to turn it, and we just want to follow exactly where the X's are. So let's just immediately chain up 3, because we're going to double crochet, and we're immediately going to go into the first set of the gap. Okay, so do you see how it's going into a V shape here, and we want to put in 2 double crochets. Okay, so we're just basically filling in the space and to make sure that the X stays open. The next one is going to go right in the center here. Okay, just like so. And then the next one is going to be right in the middle of the X again, and we're going to put 2 in there. So there's always going to be 2 double crochets in the middle of the X, and then in between the X's where they meet, the 2 points meet, just right there, we're going to put in a double crochet. Again, we're back in the middle of the X, so we're going to put in 2 double crochet, just like so. and we're in between the two X's, so it's just 1. So we're just maintaining the stitch count, and the final X is just going to get 2 in the middle. However, whoops, we're going to do 2 in the middle. Okay, and we want to finalize it off just like we did on this side. Okay, we started off, we chained up, and then we put 2 in the middle. We just immediately want to just grab it right into the chain itself for a double crochet to finalize that off, and then you just fasten in your ends and you are good to go. So that would be how you complete the cross stitch Afghan.